Right, just to remind myself, this is the one I want to use. The previous recording, I think there was a little bit of slippage because these are very light 1960s Lyntone flexible records, which are reproductions of the 1920s 12-inch 78 RPM shellac gramophone records. They sometimes slip a bit, be a bit warped as well after all this time. As I said, produced in the 1960s. Cornwall, Richard J. Knoll from Helsveen. Standard passage, my fear and mo shiner. Loath to Go, a Cornish rhyme circa 1850. And I dedicate this lovely record to my great late friend Bill Grunnett, who passed away a couple of years ago. He was only about 62. He'd done his 5 years in the tin mines in Cornwall. His father had been the foreman of the tin mines in I think it was Geever mine. Bill learned his carpentry and not really enjoying his life in the mines. He left and worked in Germany as a builder, and he attained great skills as a carpenter and all-round builder, and a legendary guy, lovely guy to spend time with. Never a drop of red wine. I miss him tremendously.
So you see, I'm right by that, comrades. The little maid coming home from school down there past the cow's house. Now there she is, going down over the road through the red gate on the left-hand side of 'em. My gosh, a foolish little thing. Wash, she's gone right up to the door of the wrong house. The little chucklehead, what's she thinking about then? Just where she's pretty sure to make that daisy shrinked up deep, old fella. We'd all know he, well no, don't is. Cale Thomas, isn't it? He can't have beer, children. The tongue and he'll give her will teach her some quick not to go there no more, won't it? He's a bray old beauty, and no mistake. Look, Edna sewing. See her scasing away. Poor child. That's the way of 'em, for certain. Dost thou ever see such a sight in creation? Lord, here's the schoolmaster too, now coming. Cuss to hear the hobbidulia. Hello, Cousin Jan. Where are you going to, Here yo, did I ever tell thee how I put Jenny home as a shiner from Fearmo? Well, I was like to see her. When I made up my mind and overtook her going home long, I said, pretty evening, innit? She said, ace I has. I said, going home long, Arian. And she said, ace, you going home long, Arian. And I said, ace, you haven't got no shiner, Jemima? And she said, no, nor I don't want no, there now. After I'd slipped it out, I could see I'd put my foot in it. I wished I'd keep my tongue between my teeth. Nor I didn't mean it the way she took it nother. For I was thinking how pleased I was that she didn't have no shiner. So as to cover it up, I said, brave and warm, Edna. And she said, rather. Then I said, it's pretty weather, though. Upon that she says, you said that before. I said, I didn't know it then. I only now thought upon it. She said, get out with it, you gay chocolate. You're in love. What? I said. Upon that she said, smiling, all the tongue. You gate boober, why they're that green as a lick. On reaching home, I wrote her this. My dear Jemima Jane, I now sit down to write you these few lines, hoping they will find you in good health as it lay me at present. So as to continue our conversation, I'll meet it down in your lane on Wednesday evening about 7:15. If you're there first, you put 2 stones on the gate posts, and if I'm there first, I'll scap them off. Now what we said that night is nobody's business but our own. I was never a tongue tappus, but I met her, and that's how my pure mo shiner got to be my almond Jan. Here yo, I'd get a passel of rheumatiz. For all they say, creaners live the longest. Well, that's brave often so, but like apples on the talfat are just picked. You got to go, with your throat dry and your tongue so clisty, and your breath so sharp and runky, and a rawness in your ozzle that you can't pity clunky, and your pattings all is slooging on the bullies of the corns like an angle Dutch, you'll twingle when the pale oss ponny prance. Be as coxy and as pretty as a pitney pele bird, but you'll craze like rippled ellens, and you'll unglither like a sherd. You may think you're safely stabled when the bottom eps is shut, but the Derns's will give way, and over the trestle you'll be put. For old time will sweep you out long, clean as any griggling broom, take the sprawl all out your cheens, yuff, and poochie forrard neck and croom. And then fate will turn you hover like the gruter of a plough. Lay out and foot you under, and you won't know when nor how. But I think when I'm going westward, like my people now forgot, I should like to ask a favour, just to see each well-loved spot. So I might never leave old Cornwall, nor part from a rugged shore, for she's in my bones and spirit, and I love her evermore. I'm hers, both mind and body, and whatever good I've done comes from out the heart of Cornwall. She's my mother, I'm her son.